So what's up, everybody? It's me, True Star Screamer, and we're here with another UPC action figure review. I was not expecting this guy to show up so quickly. This is the Arkham Knight, and I love the Arkham video games, but I will admit Arkham Knight left me down. I always joke around that Arkham Knight should be called Batmobile, the video game, because that's too many damn car missions. Still though, I love the Arkham the Arkham Knight Batman figure, and this is finally another from that line, and I've been very, very excited for this. Sorry, Spidey, you gotta go. Again, no one's let me know if they want my opinions on this, but I don't care. He's still gonna show up because I love that damn pose. Anyway, with UPC, one of the things that these guys love to do are these magnetic boxes. Which you get, of course, more stuff, but one thing I really like, excuse me, you get a spiffy backdrop. I'm not gonna lie, that's really cool of seeing all of Gotham City right here. Just a really nice touch. So, solid packaging, but we're not here to talk about packaging, we're here to talk about the toys. I'm gonna leave this up for the review. What do you think? This figure is absolutely awesome. Now, I have the Revoltech as well, and I will go ahead and say this is better than the Revoltech. It's cleaner, it poses almost just as well. It actually shares one of the same gimmicks that the Revoltech has, but it just does it all a lot better. This is how he comes out of the package. Generic hands. The details, all the details are gorgeous. I mean, from the spine on the armor to the pouches. The straps are kind of interesting of how they handle it. One thing I would say, the floating strap is interesting. I like that it can move out of the way for articulation, but at the same time, it does kind of break the immersion. Just seeing that one piece just kind of float around. It's kind of neat, like having it looks like it has the gravity of the grenades pulling them down, which I think is kind of neat, but I think that, hold on here. Oh, I just noticed this. This actually is supposed to peg in there. That's pretty neat. So no, it's not floating. Never mind. Let me take out that criticism. That's actually a really neat touch, so it's not just floating around, it pegs in. Articulation is absolutely awesome. But, god dang, I'm just looking at all these straps. They just look so good. You get, of course, double jointed elbow, and everything moves like freaking butter. I want to mention that out. Double jointed knees. We get drop down hips so we can kick as needed. Everything balances wonderfully. The translucent blue plastic is really nice. I love how it looks on the helmet with the glowing eyes. Of course, you got the blue armor pieces on here. One thing I like what this guy does that also the Arkham Batman had, it has some gimmicks to kind of help improve the articulation. In this case, it's the shoulders. You can actually pull the shoulders out slightly, and that allows you more clearance for the butterfly joint, especially for reaching forward. I like that a lot. I wish other toys would incorporate more engineering. I kind of wish the other UPF figures I had would incorporate that. I think that's very neat. But again, you can pull things out, move them around, and that way you just get that much more movement. Ab crunch forward, excellent. Ab crunch back, pretty decent, but you're not doing any matrix moves on here. Big thing, he can crouch, he can tuck himself in, he can make himself look like he's in the middle of an action movie. Neck moves around great. This is really as far as an action figure unto itself, a flawless figure. I love everything about how this guy moves, how this guy grooves, how he poses. I mean, I can just sit here down on the ground, pose it so like he's about to kick somebody in the face from a sitting pose. That's awesome. I'm sorry, that's just awesome. Of course, the only thing that gets cooler than that is the accessories that he has. And what I like is he has just enough. They're not, you're not gonna go through almost like brain lock messing with the accessories. God, I just love moving this guy. This guy might be my new desk figure for a while. I might not have put him in the display. See, you pull the drop-down hip down there, and just all that. It's all natural. Like, I'm doing this all real time. That's perfect. But seriously, let's talk about the accessories. Hopefully, I'm trying to do this so everything doesn't spill out on here. Working with the first tray, because we get 2 trays of stuff. One, we get an entire set of armor. So this is shared with the Revoltech. You can turn him into the Red Hood. I can't remember if he actually did this in the video game or not, but I know you had a Red Hood DLC, but it had the other costume in it. I'm going to say this right now, that's not my Red Hood. My Red Hood has a leather jacket, it has, you know, better old school helmet. So I probably am not going to do the armor conversion myself, but you got the pieces for the shins, the pieces for the forearms, the pieces for the upper arms, the chest panels. This also goes onto the chest as well, and different shoulder pads, because they have the blue plastic on there. One thing you could also do if you wanted to is if you wanted to give a little more life to the figure is you could actually have a red and blue configuration. That I may do just to make it look a little more custom, but that's just me. Hand-wise, we get 2 of the trigger hands, we get 2 kind of gripping hands, we get 2 fists, we get 2 pistols, and 1 smaller pistol. We also get the Red Hood helmet, and this right here, I'll probably switch out in a little bit. This is the opened helmet of the Arkham Knight, so it's not, you don't get an open one of the Red Hood. And then finally you get this button this one right here, when he would touch the side of his head to use the communicator. So we'll plug in a couple of these. I'm probably not going to do the armor switch out just because that's a lot of small pieces, and I don't want to lose anything in the carpet just yet. With the second tray, we get our display stand. We get the silliest gimmick from the game, where he puts his 2 pistols together and it turns into a rifle. That is against every form of engineering possible, but kind of cool. Finally, we get a rocket launcher and a rocket missile shooting out of it. One thing that is interesting is there is a hard sculpted hand onto the rocket launcher, so by default you have him holding it. I don't hate that, actually. I think that's really cool, so that way you know you're positioning the hand in the right place. So I figure I should mention this. You want to be careful. The lower arm does pop out. This is by design, by the way, so that way of course you can take off the armor. One thing that's interesting, because of this, they took some liberties. Like, this is not pinless, which I don't mind, because again, we have the armor covering that up. But that's just something to keep in, again, just to, I don't say be cautious with. Well, that's interesting. It's got that angle on it. That's different. But again, it's by design to do so. So you're not breaking your figure. And again, I like how that ball peg is actually adjusted. Also, when I'm popping out the hands right now, there's almost like a little gasket piece at the end here, which I think is cool because, again, that hides part of the ball joint. So that just gives it a cleaner look. But you want to be careful that, so it stays in there pretty solid, but it can pop out if you're not careful for the carpet monster. And of course, the hands, they pop out. Hands pop in and out pretty easily. I'm going for the trigger hands right now. I'm sure you know why. He just needs his pistols. Like I mentioned before, I had the Revoltech figure, and when they made the Revoltech version of this guy, that's when DC was doing the no guns thing, which I still find kind of ridiculous. I mean, that's done by Warner Brothers, the people who bring us Mortal Kombat. Meanwhile, Hasbro is dropping Punishers with guns left and right. So, sorry, pew-pews left and right. I don't get that. I just do not get that. There's a few things I do want to say I find a little lacking. And it's funny, I'm sitting here singing praise, but, after messing with him, it's just, once you have a taste of certain accessories and certain things, you kind of wish you had it for everything. One, these smoke grenades. They are not removable. They are on there. I do wish that he had some loose smoke grenades. I think that would be very cool. Second, and then this is a little more of slave to the design, I wish he had a way to actually hold these guns on his body when he's not, holding them. Holsters. I really wish he had some kind of holsters for them. On his back, on his hips, somewhere. I just think he looks cooler when he's armed at all times. I mean, this is the Arkham Knight. This is the Red Hood. This is Jason Todd. He's a gun wielder. I do not miss having the daggers. Those are fine. The Revoltech can keep them. I get why they did them, but at the same time, that was not indicative of this character, so I'm not missing that at all. The elbows could use a little more room for articulation, and I will say this shoulder does not pull out as much as this shoulder does. I find that kind of like a little flaw in the engineering. I actually tried to pull it out, and then the socket joint popped out. Everything popped in, everything is fine. Again, the engineering is great. The joints, I would rather have them being able to pop out and pop back in with no drama than, well, snapping. So I'm good with that. I had to try this at least once. This is one of those things that was good in concept, but I'm not going to say so much in execution, of having this hand attached to the rocket launcher. One thing is, I think it should have been further this way, because it's barely resting on his shoulder right here. That's second, getting the right angle of pegging this into the wrist, of pegging the hand into the arm. That was a lot more difficult than it should be. I'm also having trouble kind of get the right pose for it. I mean, the effect is cool. This does look pretty neat. I am not going to say it was iconic for him using the rocket launcher. I'm going to say it's actually more iconic of the comic book Red Hood using the rocket launcher, more from the Under the Red Hood scene. Just, that's a big thing for me. I know they played a little homage to it, I believe, in the game, but I could have honestly been... I would have been satisfied if this accessory was not in there. In fact, I think I would have much preferred having effects for the bullet effects for his other weapons instead of this. Just saying. I think I would have maybe gotten a little more satisfaction with those. You know what I mean? I just need these guys, the rifle. I think they're just, again, trying to give us more bang for our buck. But at the same time, this is probably the only time I'm ever going to use this. I mean, I can't even get because of the limitation of the arm, I really can't bring the head to the right, to bring the scope over by the helmet, which, why would he even need that? This is the type of thing where his tech probably would aim it for him, if you know what I'm saying. So, it's a thing you can do, it's a thing they offer. I don't really recommend it because it could have been done better. Like, I would have probably had this hand with a slot in it and a peg in here so you can then peg the slot into the hand as opposed to gluing it on there. And like I said, I would have moved it down to the midsection. I mean, it doesn't even have... Because, like, this doesn't even have a trigger. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Went ahead and put on the unhelmeted head, the opened mask head. Didn't he have a brand on the side of his face? I thought he was supposed to have like a J branded on his face. I have to look that up. So that kind of disappoints me as well. Just as an eye for detail, because usually these guys are very good for details. And it's not a glaring thing, but it's like one of those things of, if you know, you know, and you're kind of like, why isn't it there? Small pistol, have that on there. He actually holds that really well. Kind of like that better than the larger pistols, to be honest. Can't remember why he's got two different sized guns. Again, it's been so long since I played this game. But I digress. This is how he looks. Like I said, I'm not going to do the Red Hood armor. Other people probably have that on their reviews. This is just more of a breakdown of the figure itself. Quick correction. Want to point out, I literally had to put my glasses on. There is a J scar on his face. You just, like I said, I had to put my glasses on there. It's there. It's there. Just want to let you know. He really can't hold the rifle as a sniping position. That kind of bugs me too. I like the figure. I do. If you are a fan of the Arkham Knight, this is the best version of the character you can get. And I have the Revoltech. I had the McFarlane. I think at one point I used to have the Play Arts Kai. I liked the concept of the Arkham Knight. I did. The execution could have been better, but I liked the concept of who he is, who he was, what he could be, what he could have been type of thing. This is the best version of this character you will find. It is not flawless, but the thing is, my flaws are not with the figure itself. It's kind of more with the accessories, which is kind of funny about that. Again, the pistols, they're fine. The pew-pews, I can't get ahead of that. I'm sorry, kids. But I think we really should have had bullet effects. I'm spoiled by Mezco with things like that. Little guy, he was fine. Again, would have liked some kind of holster for these guys. The rifle, it feels a little on the flimsy side, won't lie. Okay, I felt I had to be very ginger with that. The rocket launcher, I'm sorry, that it's kind of trash because even though it looks gorgeous, it's too much of a pain to set it up. Plus, with that setup, I can't use it for other figures. Like the rocket effect, like the paint on it, but they could have done it better. This rifle could be better. I would have liked smoke grenades. I really would have. That being the Red Hood conversion, I'm glad they gave it to us. You know, some people would want that, and they would have been really upset if they had to buy a whole separate figure to get that look. That's one thing where UPF did it right. Don't mind how the pouches are done. Again, I just need to peg this guy in there, but I need to get my freaking glasses on to put them on, because I am now old. Articulation is exactly how I want it. Joints are buttery smooth. Like I said, the figure itself is absolutely solid. I just have some nitpicks with the accessories. But that being said, I do recommend it. I picked up mine on 5K Toys. Of course, you can pick him up from any of your favorite import sites. And he's going to be going up in the display next to Batman when this is all said and done. I'm very curious to see what other figures we'll have next. I mean, I liked the deaths of the three I have. I think Batman is still the top one. This guy's the second. Deathstroke is the third from representing this line. I really hope we get an Azrael or a Ra's al Ghul. I think both would be awesome. And of course, a Joker, because you gotta. But we will see, because UPF, I think we're caught. We just had their Absolute Batman and their Robert Patterson pre-orders go up. I'm passing on the Patterson one for right now, but I am getting the Absolute Batman. So I'm just curious the future, what these guys go. I do hope we get more from the Arkham universe, though. But that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. I still have more things to go through, guys. This guy came in and jumped in front of the line. I'm trying to think what's due next. I'm thinking a YOLO Park Transformer review. You guys want that? Let me know in the comments. But most importantly, my friends, until next time, take care. Peace.